Hi, Jenny. Ouch. Uh, Nothing like hitting your leg on your desk corner, right?
Hi, Jenny.
Oh, let me turn off my volume there.
Nothing
Whoops.
like hitting your.
There we go. You might have some echo there. Hi, Tommy. Whoops. And happy Friday, everybody, as I smack that off. So I've been busy today just getting some pre-work done so that we could get through this. And I will just wait a few more minutes. So how is everybody doing on this Friday? Hello. It's not matted. Mine's with temporary, so I'll go through this with you guys. I just want to wait till we get a few more who got the notification that that I went live, so that we don't start and they miss out. But this is going to be super fun, and this is going to be we're going to be finishing up, kind of. I I don't know if we'll quite get through all these little mats, and if not, that's okay. We will pick up and get that done because actually I'll be at the Craftopia showing you all kinds of fun new things. Tiffany, Tanya, and I next week. So we would have to just do those little finish ups when I get back. Oh, awesome. Rain is wonderful. So let's take a look while we're just jabbering here. Right hand side, I did show basically how it is for the bride and then the groom. I didn't have the grooms, and I've got to get these done. And then for our bride, I did the touches of her yellow, and I did walk through that, and I'll be giving you all these other sizes. I think I did give these sizes. If not, we'll still go over it at the end. So what we're going to be doing tonight is, because they mirror each other, these two, is the groom side. And like I said, nothing is down permanent, so I'll be taking it off so I can give you guys all the measurements, except for we already did this back piece. So I'm going to remove this. Now I do have the two same, but I decided to leave them. I liked them. But if you are using this, you won't have to, of course. So let me just remove. I'm going to remove that. Like I said, I've used the temporary. That way I can give you all the measurements as we're going. Oh, yay. It's a fun album, isn't it, Jenny? Okay. So here's what I've chosen. This one is the ring box, and I've chosen the more masculine side. So I went through the papers and I did divide out, and I showed that earlier. So I kind of divided out the masculine, which is your B sides. And I did that for the groom side. And I will this one we do need for the cover, some of it, and then we're going to need some of those cute little cut aparts. But the blues, the blacks, and the green, solid greens, not solids, but they have little tiny prints. So those are what I'm concentrating on with the masculine side. So I really did like this paper in a lot of ways, because then we're going to use it to tell a story on this album part. So I thought it worked pretty good. I do wish some of the colors were different, but that's okay. It worked out well. And okay, so we're going to start with this pocket, and this pocket is the same as the left and right that we are going to put our waterfall into. And my first piece is going to be 4.5, because this measured out 4 5/8. So remember, even though I'm giving you measurements, I still want you to measure just in case. It should measure 4 5/8 the way we made it. So this would be 4.5. And then it is 5 3/8 long minus 5 1/4. So once again, it's 5.5 and then 5 1/4. So now I can go ahead and glue this down. Yeah, I like this album. It's made it so the cover's a little tedious. We have some pieces here, but I thought it came together really well once I didn't mess up when we redid it last Saturday. And then everything I just thought it really looked great with it. Now my second matting, which is the back side of the cars, my favorite. I just love that. It's going to measure 4 1/4 wide by 5. So 4 1/4 by 5. Now I'm going to stop there for just a minute so that you can see the bride side. Exact same measurements, but I used the light green to match her wedding dress, the wedding shoes, the light green, the gold. So these are the same measurements, except, oh no, I did them the same. I used the gold glitter instead, and the together is a beautiful place to be 4x4. I believe it's 4x4. You guys, that could be, I don't have the full cut aparts. It could be a 4x6 that I cut down, but I don't think it is. It's from your 4x4. So it's going to be your 4x4, and we are going to trim it, and I'll give you those trimming. Hi, Sue. Now, when we do this part, exact same measurements. Hi, Tanya. Sorry, upstairs they got done with the kitchen, but there's still some from the tile, this chemical, and I apologize. It's giving me a little bit of a runny nose. It's just the allergies from it. It's kind of toxic there. Okay, so this scroll comes from your 3x4s. And this one is, well, no, Terry, I give the measurements all throughout the video. So if you can just, yeah, follow along and then you just jot those down. And there's not really a lot because they mirror each other. So 4x4 is going to be our first layer. If you're using the glitter or you're using just black or a different coordinating color for the wedding, I cut mine a hair over 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. Well, actually, I don't know why I did that. It should just be 4 3/4 square. Okay, that's fine though. Okay, so I decided to keep this. I want to show you what I did. It was this because it's really the only masculine thing to use for the groom on this collection. So I did cut it off so that it was, well, first I just cut this down to 4. Okay, I went from the top down and some wording will remain. Then I trimmed it from left to right. I just took 1/8 of an inch out off till I got it down to 3 5/8 by 3 5/8. But some of this lettering was left and I really needed to use it. So this is from your sticker sheet. You're just going to take the border strip from your sticker sheet along the bottom and it will cover the little bit of wording that is at the bottom because we don't want that there. And I thought it looks great. So I am going to use it on both. I'm first going to put down the bottom matting. And then whatever color you've chosen to use. This is the black, the glitter. When I made this album, I needed to make two. Our neighbors' children got married. And when I make tutorials like this that are just free tutorials, I didn't intend to have a kit, but we had so many requests for a kit. And so that's why I don't do a lot of the written cutting guides. I'm not going to charge you, and I don't want to charge you when now everyone is going to that monthly fee that you can pay to subscribe to their YouTube between $3 and $5 a month, and you'll get, because if I stop and write cutting guides where I'm not just doing tutorials, then I'm going to have to charge something like that, and I am not going to do that, guys. So yeah, that's one reason I do not sell my cutting guides unless it's in a kit, because I have to pay Tanya to write that up, because I truly do not have the time to, I need to take a little bit off. I don't have the time. Good morning, Nikki. I just don't have the time. I, I know that sounds awful because I love to give you guys all my time. I really do. But with the store, if you want me to do tutorials, you got to help me out. And I write mine down too. See? And then that way we can just keep it all free. Once in a while, we'll have something special like our December daily. And yes, we go all out, let me tell you. You get the cutting guide, pictures, because you paid for it. And we have time for that. But just like my recipe album that's coming up next, yep, with Roll With It from Cartabella, and I've already been designing it. If I stop and do a cutting guide, I won't get it done. That's just how my brain works. Isn't that awful? Okay, we've got our Groom down. Now let's work on the waterfall. This is what's super nice about this waterfall. You can take it out. You could also take it out and it can be a brag book for the parents, however you like. So this again is not down. Oh, and I need to let you guys know, all the easy runners, they're sold out everywhere. Right now, they are even sold out at Scrapbook. I mean, not Scrapbook adhesives, where I get them at Scrapbook adhesives. They're getting more. They just don't have it right now. Oh, that's right, Nikki. You're on your weekend now, aren't you? Okay. This cover piece is 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. And I chose this black, which is the back side of the wedding dress. 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. Oh, me too, Jenny. Well, I try to do cutting guides. You guys know how my brain works. Many of you have watched me for so many years. You're not surprised. Okay. Now, this is the same size that we did on the bride. And come on, I've got magnets back there already. It's 4 1/8 by 8 1/4. I cut mine down. This is where I'm taking this blue, the bride's that blue and the yellow, and I'm going to incorporate it. I'm not doing a lot of it because it is quite different, but I thought that was okay that it popped, even though it's a little different than our paper collection. And this is just my colors, bluebells, and it's 4 by 4, and we're going to pop that down first. So I do know how hard some colors can be. to put in with the wedding line. And that's one reason I stopped doing special orders. I only do them for family and friends because it's a gift and they get what they get and they don't throw a fit, right? But most of the time they're a-okay with it. Now, if they pay for it, then I would expect to do more, but that's why I don't do them anymore. It got to be very hard, and some brides were just not happy about colors. Okay, this is a 4 by 4, and I did cut it down to 3 and 7/8 by 3 and 7/8. So after I cut out my 4 by 4, I just took a 1/16 of an inch off of each side. Hi, Tina. And we're going to put that one down. And it had the black there, so I thought it was a little more on the masculine side for the groom. Oh, Nikki, go back to bed. It's so early. 3:48 in the morning. I'm just getting up, because you got to pee once a night, right? And then I'm back in bed. Okay, 4 by 4 is the size of the inside matting. Then by the time I get back to bed, I have a beagle or two on my pillow I have to fight with. Oh, I did use the small magnets. Yes, Sandy. In fact, I was going to make one smaller. Absolutely. Um, if you want to cut this down, say 8 inches, you would take 2 inches off. Keep everything else the same. Or you could even go 6 inches. And I would keep everything this. Well, you can't keep everything the same. You have to change this inside. So you can change this length. So you could go 8 or 6, but then you'd still keep this back part. Say you went 8 by 10 or 6 by 10. You would still keep this 10 inches. If you want, I would do, yeah, unless you're really good at just resizing everything, your spines, your sides. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to like bring it down to 8 inches by 10. Well, you could keep your spines the same, and then you're just going to have to resize the 4 and 7/8 and the 4.5. Again, there's that pop of their blue. It's brighter on the screen. It's more of it is a softer blue. It's not quite that bright. Oh, you missed me. I know you didn't, but you missed crafting, let me tell you. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the center-ish of the book. We will just glue this down. Oh, it's right there. Goodness. I know, those crazy days. Let me tell you, they throw you off. Now, let's open this up. So, couple things that are a little bit different than the one I did. It was black. So the white shows up really nice. And I'll show you. I'm going to use some black in some other spots, but I went ahead with the white, and then I'm going to just do the blue all the way down. So I want to show you. You're going to cut 8 of these, of whatever you're choosing. I cut 8, and they are 1 inch wide, and they're going to be 4 and, well, your album's 4.5, so they're going to be 4 and 3/8. 8 of the accent color that you're using. Wait, is it 8 or 7? No, it's 8. We're going to put one at the bottom. But for your white or what you're using, you can use the other colors in the collection. These measure out to be 4 1/4 by 4. I'd rather measure this way. 4 and they're supposed to be 4 3/8 by 4 1/4. Looks like I may have just cut this one a little bit short. I did. No, I didn't. Well, I did, but it's okay. So about 4 3/8 by 4 1/4. Oh, that'll be, yes, it's going to be super fun, Terry. And you're going to have 7 of those. Now, on the original album, because it was black and the white, the back, I did them at 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. Now, I'm not really sure. I'm going to wait until we do the front matting. I may put, if I have enough of this one left, I may put this on the back, or I may use just black, because how many of you have all these in your stash? Because we cut 8-inch pages and things like that. So my thoughts were to cut these and then just put a wider piece of the decorative and use black. So you can do that too. Oh, thank you. I've got me a little cocktail to take to Las Vegas with me. You know what? We don't yet, Jenny, but I do have it ordered, and I'm hoping the black 65-pound will be here in 10 days when I get back from Vegas. So we should have it in other colors, which is going to be really nice. So for now, I'm leaving those plain on the back. And then I did cut my little strips from the black that we're going to put down. And these are 3/8 of an inch by 4 3/8, and they are going to go in here. And we need 7. So as we're working, I'll just put my little strip down, my 1-inch strip, and then if you're going to do a white matting, again, it should be about 4 3/8 by 4 1/4. Yeah, she's pretty good. Uh-oh. She's definitely, the more creative they are, the more eccentric. Oh, goodness. We're going to have to fix that tip. Wrong way. So I'm really sorry. Let me see if I can get this open. I'm working all day. Again, 1 inch by 4 3/8. Of course. I spent an afternoon cleaning my tips one day. I'm really glad I did. It seems to happen every couple of months. So time to clean again. Okay, he's got to go. Let's go ahead and put this one down. Again, this is I know this is 3/8 of an inch by 4 3/8. And I will decide what I'm going to do at the top. That's the only bad thing about lives. We can't speed this up. I'm so sorry. So we will, I'll just try and move on a little quicker with this one. I'm not looking forward to a week in Vegas, though. I mean, I'm looking forward to the show. Will be, like I said, I will be live through YouTube. Tiffany will be on Scrapbookers doing lives, showing you new product, showing you the classes. Jacqueline, of course, will be posting our still photos, and you're going to get to see the new holiday lines. Lots of fun new stuff, but Las Vegas is 120 degrees. I don't want to leave my new kitchen that just got finished or my beagles, but hubby will take good care of them. And it is only a week. So no lives next week. Well, no, that's not true. No tutorials next week. Well, hello, Elizabeth. So happy to see you. Yeah, no live tutorials. And so the goal is to get this done so we can start the recipe album with Cartabella, roll with it when I get back home. I hope so. I hope that they're going to, I won't gamble, Tomley. We were stationed there. Well, we were newlyweds. Well, we were young. We had a baby, a new one on the way, and my husband had orders there. I don't like Vegas. I just don't like it. But I like the people we're going with, and I'm excited to see the companies because we haven't been able to in a couple, in years. So we're just gonna have fun, I guess, in the 120-degree weather. Denver, I think Utah is too. It was 103 today. It's been hot. So yes, off to Vegas we leave next week. Did I put that down? Yes, I did. Okay, so if we do not get, we'll see where we get to at 7:30 my time in 2 hours. If we don't get our matting all done, because we do need to we've got to make some cute matting for our tags. I will be live tomorrow night and we'll finish the matting and make the flowers for the front, because I am going to make my own flowers to match this. I already glued that down. Because it's not good for us to sit more than 2 hours anyway. We're almost there. The very back, I have to give you a different measurement for your white matting, because it is sized differently. Oh, I'm one of those, though, when I get near a casino, I don't, and I'm okay. So, because you know what? I just spent so many years in Vegas and we never won. My dad used to win all the time. That man had just the golden fingers of luck when he pulled those slot machines. Not me. And then you lose money and you're mad. Plus, I like to play the 21 tables. I do pretty good there, but I'm not going to do that because you can lose it too fast. Okay, we've got the last page. Oh, one thing I didn't mat, and I just realized I didn't do. Did I do the back on the brides? No. I'll show you that too. I won't forget. Okay. This one's a little different because it's where we attach to the base. So 4 3/8 by 4 7/8 is the measurement for my white, and still 1 inch by 4 3/8. This is longer because we are going to we're covering that. Now, you don't have to if you want a black strip there to match, but I covered it because you can have a bigger photo there. Goodness, sit. Well, I'll tell you what, my husband's garden's going crazy in these high temperatures. I got to do something with all that zucchini from one plant. Okay, now you'll see it's also heavier, so it lays nice and flat. I do want to mat the back. I completely forgot. And it's going to be 4 3/8 by 9 3/8. And for that, I'm just going to use a solid color. Let's see what I've got. Or not a solid color, but one of the more masculine colors. So let's go with green since I've already got this out. Four 3/8. by 9 3/8. Now, Tanya, is it cooler up in the mountains? Then they can still put photos back here. Wait, Jenny, you're hoping for temperatures that high? Are you a lizard and want to change your skin? No, because don't lizards like shed their skin? That's too hot, Jenny. Oh, less than. Wait, you're hoping for temperatures less than, you know what? Oh, you're in Phoenix. Oh, Jenny. Yeah, Phoenix is like Vegas. So you know what hot is. Okay, this is all done. Whoops, what happened? Let's fix that edge. I don't know why it's not going down. It has, there we go. That gusset at the bottom. Oh, me either. So there. Now we've got, the nice thing is their colors have the green, the blue. So I've incorporated some of it without, I hope it doesn't look too odd because it's hard incorporating that blue and that yellow, but we did it. So over here, again, this mirrors the bride's, but this is where I wanted to show you. I added white here, but I did add black. And then I did white on the opposite. So this was those leftover pieces, all these leftover pieces I had in my stash from cutting albums because I don't really throw those ones away. And this is the reason. So again, I took the blues. The blues. So let me show you. Whoops. It kind of cascades this way and this way. We've got the blue, the green, the blacks, and then I just brought in this grayish blue. So let's start with our first one. Again, this was from a 4x4, 4x6 card. For my base matting, it's 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. My next matting is 4 by 5 3/4. And my 4x6, I did cut it down to 4 3/4, so I took 1/8 of an inch off of each side. So it's 4 3/4 by 5 1/2. So just take your 1/8 inch and another 1/8 inch until you get it the right dimension that you want to fit on your top flat. Yeah, Nikki, I'll bet it's hot where you're at. And you have sandstorms, right? Okay, and there's that pop of blue. Hopefully it's not too much in your face. Okay, now these measurements. Oh, I got it a little crooked. Okay, well, that happens. Okay, on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to glue them down so we can move to the booklet, but I'm going to go page by page and give you all your measurements. The bottom of these I did 2 inches, and each one of your flaps are going to be the same. They came out to be 2 inches by 4 1/4 on the inside. So see, each one was 2 inches by 4 1/4. Now, the white on the first flap is going to be 4 1/4 by 3 7/8. There is a large magnet on the inside here, and then I did the other magnet on that second page. I wish I'd gotten that crooked. Now, for this one, you've got two 1 inch by 4 1/4 inch strips, top and bottom. So my inside piece is 4 1/4 by 4 7/8. And like I said, that is just the black. There is the black in this collection, and you get a sheet of it if you bought the kit, but I like the heavier linen black. And I do think it'll be really nice for the groom. And then I did the white for the bride. Okay, 2 inches here. Again, every piece is going to be 4 1/4, but this one now comes out to be 4 7/8 long. So each one gets an inch longer. 1 inch by 4 1/4, top and bottom. I used the green. It's the green on green. There's those diamonds. Then this one is the 4 1/4 by 5 7/8. So this is five. No, this one is not. Yeah, this one's 5 7/8 because this is 2 inches by 4 1/4. These are 2 inches, so your inside and outside will be the exact same, 5 7/8. Then we have 1 inch by 4 1/4, top and bottom. 4 1/4 by 6 7/8 for the outside and inside. 4 1/4 by 6 7/8, and then 2 inches by 4 1/4. Now this bottom piece, let's go ahead and put this one down. This one measures 4 1/4 by 9 7/8, and I will put this one down. Permanent. I'll go back and do these others that way. You have the measurements. Okay, so that will conclude the groom side. We will also be doing those inside to make them look nice. But let's move now over and let me just go through the brides real quick. Same measurements for the bride. I did do the white, same thing. The only thing different is where I did the 2 inches on the grooms, and I believe I already gave these are going to be the same because it's 2 inches, but I did white. So instead of 2 inches at the bottom, I did an inch and an inch at the top and bottom. But in the center here, I had to use this, something new, something old for the bride. And I just cut that down. I had to double mat this. So do your matting the 4 1/4. I believe this one's 5 7/8. Yes. Then you'll just have to cut your 4 by 6 cut apart. You have to take 1/8 of an inch off of each side. You may have to take a little more off the length to fit on your matting. Did the yellow and the white. Here I did do that. I love that gold squirrel. And of course the bride's wedding dress. Now remember, it goes the biggest to smallest so that you see those colors cascading. That's what I wanted it to show. Okay, let's do this little guy because I love this. And I did pre-cutting so that it would be all ready. So I just want to get all my pieces and parts. Okay, for each one of the pockets, I'm going to use the gold to give it a little oomph. And I did a strip of that, and these are 1/2 inch by 5 7/8. You'll need 4 or whatever you're using for coordinating colors. And then I used the black 1/2 inch by 5 7/8. And so we want 4 of each. Now for the front, so this is where I feel that the book kind of tells even more of a story. So we're going to start with the ring. And what we're going to basically do is use front and back. So for the front, it's 5 7/8, and then I cut these at 5 inches. So I'll glue this down here in a second. And then, oh wait, these are for, those are for that. These are for this. So the strips that we're going to use are not these. They're these. Those are for the inserts. Okay, so we're going to use the back. So you're just going to use front, and then you're going to use back, and our backs are 2 inches by 4 7/8, or 5 7/8. Now, when I put this down, yeah, now you can either just overlap it. You can overlap it and then just put the gold on top. Yeah, that's what I did. So that's what I'm going to do. But I just love the gold. And then we're going to grab our sticker sheet. And we're going to be using our sticker sheet and some of our frames and tags. Okay, so 5 by 5 7/8. And this is where we'll have an insert too. You know, either the engagement or the ceremony can go into this. Whichever the bride chooses. Yay, Jenny. So Jenny made hers with 5 pages. Yes, you can make more pages, definitely. Then our 2 inch by 5 7/8. this will overlap. And then my 1/2 by 5 7/8, either you're coordinating or if you're using a glitter paper, or you can use a mirror. It's just really pretty. Okay, now off your sticker sheet, I chose Beautiful Wedding Day, but you need to remove your sticky. So you can either do it on a towel, but I'm going to use the EK Success powder tool that we carry. And you just want to keep rubbing it over it until you'll feel the sticky going. It'll start just gliding really easy. It destickifies it. But I like the weight of the sticker, and I like, no, a little bit more. So I just want to add my adhesive to the bottom. That way my photo will go into the matting. Now we'll flip that over, and our back side is going to be white. And I'll work on it that way. And then I have the ring again. Let me find where I put him, because we're still on the ring. There it is. No, that's not the right one. There it is. So my ring, now for the back, it's going to be the same thing. It's 2 inches by 5 7/8. So that's where we're going to use this next strip, our 1/2 inch. But I did do white matting down here. So like I said, it kind of, you have to decide if you're using white cardstock or do you want something that's more of a color. And I do this. So I'm going to get out our coordinating colors that came with the collection. And we are going to now have to put down, so it's basically the same, it's just the opposite. So the 2 inches at the top, the 5 inches at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just cut this at 5 inches. And then we're going to cut it, ooh, camera's gone really blurry, 5 7/8, and I'm not sure why. Okay, guys, hopefully, here, let me move this and let's see if it straightens. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's starting to straighten out. And we do have that color. I'll decide. I'm not sure how I feel about that color. There we go. I don't know why it went goofy that way. So the 5 inches is going to go at the bottom. And I'll show you kind of the difference, how this looks with white and black, because if you remember my sample album that I did show, I ripped out. I was not going to destroy. I actually could put it down again, but it's black. So see, I did the matting with white and it stands out more than white on white. So this is why I think using a little bit more color will be better. See, and everything that's white, I lose under this white cardstock. So we can put our ring at the top, our ring boxes, 2 inches by 5 7/8. Oh, Elizabeth, you'll get faster. One half again by 5 7/8, and we're just going to cover the seam to give it that finished edge. Now from this guy, and you know, I don't, was that a sticker? Oh, I think it was a sticker because it's more shiny. It's with this ring. It's right here by the wedding cake. Sometimes you really have to look. Now on the with this ring, so I'm just going to take the sticky off the bottom so I could slide a photo up in there. So my adhesive will just go on that top fourth. Man, it goes really funny when I show stickers or something. Oh, that's awful. I am very sorry. Hopefully it'll straighten out. Then I just want to make sure, yeah, it's not going to stick to a picture. Then you have the matting here. Okay, camera, let's just straighten up here. I'm going to wait a second. I don't want to keep going with the camera doing this. I have no idea why it freaks out. So I'm still here. I'm just waiting for it to get less blurry. And what I'm going to do real quick, let's see. I got to go to my settings. Try covering with black again. That seems to, oh my gosh, that seems to straighten it out. It must be, oh, you know what? Okay, let me turn my camera off for just a second. I can still talk. It's my white balance. I need to turn it off. There's my problem. Oh, now that's worse. Okay, hold on a sec. Now let's see what happens. All right, it better behave itself. Okay, I turned off the white balance. I think it was having a fit. Okay, so we just got married. We had the ceremony. Now what do? Well, we have a reception. So again, 5 by 5 7/8. And then the bottom is going to be the green. And we're going to have that gold strip right there. Yeah, much better. Yeah, you know, this is the first time I've had such touchy equipment. I don't know. I've gone how many years, going into 11 years without all these problems. And it just started last year. So I don't know. 2 inches. We're not going to change any measurements. If the measurements change, I will let you know. But all these strips are 2 inches and all the bigger ones are 5 inches. And they all measure 5 7/8. And then same with our strips. They're 1/2 by 5 7/8. And we will go back and do the inserts sides here too. See how that glitter just like makes it magical? I love it. Okay, sticker sheet, because we want a wedding cake first, which is right here, and then we are going to take this really cute little flower bouquet. But once again, I have to remove some of the sticky. No, this is the wrong cake. It's the top one, but you can use this one. I used this one. Oh, I know. Doesn't it just, so pretty. All right. So about 3/4 from the top down, I'll take off the sticky. This is okay and it lasts a long time. But while we're at the show next week, I'm hoping to find one, a different one from a company. It just is, I know there's a better one out there, but this is nice. I mean, it's okay. But I've seen some better ones. Okay, so down here into the bottom of the cake is all I need to do for my adhesive. So like the picture of the cake, yeah, can go there. Then we need over here in the corner the flowers. Down here in the bottom. I'm not getting those corners very well tonight. Elizabeth, this is it's in the on our website. It's the EK Tools, and it's the powder tool, and it smells really good too. Thank you, Sandy. And it takes the sticky off of your stickers. Okay, the back side. So we're still on the wedding cake at the top. Will you be using the black strip? That's not the wedding cake. Then what we want is, this is from the frames and tags. Our love is forever. And then the bottom. So the bottom again, I use white, or you can use the coordinating colors. I'm not really thrilled with that one for this bride. So this is where I could bring in some of her coordinating colors, but I think I'm just going to go with the grayish blue that's in this collection. No, because it is a wedding cake, I think we'll go with the white matting after all. Even though I've got white cardstock, or I can go with the black. I did show you guys the wedding invitation. It's more of this is just the cutest, going to be the cutest wedding. It's a country fair type thing. So, you know what might be really pretty here? There we go. The backside of Precious Peonies. I do like that with it. Yeah, more of a darker green. But I did use the dark green. You'll see that when we do the cover. So I need to cut this at 5 inches. Whoops. There goes stuff in my garbage can, of course. 5 7/8 because I don't think I'll be using it elsewhere. So I'll just cut one and it will be 5 inches. Big one down first. For some reason, I'm missing my corners this evening. Wedding cake at the top. And one of our 1/2 inch black strips. Actually, I have 2 of them here. Oh, and one thing you notice, I did not ink any of this. I didn't ink the wedding papers. A lot of times, unless it's a vintage collection like my wedding collection, I don't like to do that. It kind of looks messy when it's such a clean white, but that don't mean you can't. I would have Distress ink everywhere. Hi, Linda. And then our Love is Forever. I don't have to do anything because it's already not sticky. We'll just put our adhesive at the top half of it. Whoa. And we'll leave the bottom open there. For the photo. And now see the white will pop again because we have a nice colored background. Next for our story is basically continuing on with our reception and the presents and the partying and the Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. now. So we're at the top and then our back side will be the blue. So we're going to bring in some of that grayish blue. And it's 5 inches by 5 7/8. And 2 inches by 5 7/8. and our 1/2 inch strip at the top. Okay, for this one, the reason I'm using the frame and tags is because they just had bigger, chunkier, and pieces with it. So I'm looking for congratulations to the bride and groom, but I don't think that one was in our frames and tags. I do believe that one is in. That one's going to be in your ephemera. So I do have ephemera. So if you've purchased both ephemera, but you just purchased the kit, you only got the one. And it is congratulations to the bride and groom will be in your ephemera. So I'm going to stick with the frame and tags because we have two other choices. Together is a beautiful place to be, which I think is really pretty with this. The blue. Oh, twin girls is going to be fun, Linda. This would be adorable for them. And on this day, I'll marry my friend, my best friend, if you want to have that. But I haven't. I think that'll be. I think this looks really cool. So I do like it. So I'm going to go with the together is a beautiful place to be. And we only need to glue the bottom fourth of it because it's not sticky. And then see when we put our photo back there, how cute that will look. Love the circle. Okay, back side. Mr. and Mrs. at the top. We're still on that ceremony. Then we're going to bring in, I'm going to bring in a grayish blue, which is the back side of your coordinating. And they're calling this a blue and a black. So I'll use the blue side. And it's going to be the 5 by 5 inches by 5 7/8. Linda, if you do this album I got to see it when you're done because it's going to be so cute for a baby. And to be honest with you, it's big. I don't think it's any more work really than if you're going to do 5 or 6 pages. It's just, just different layout. Same thing, 2 inches. Yeah, this paper sometimes marks with your glue. That's the only thing. You just don't want to get it on your fingers. It's like a magnet, this solid. Okay, we need our 1/2 inch strip. I'm using the black. So I'm just kind of keeping the whole theme, the glitter and then the black. And then again for my frames and tags, there is a forever and always is supposed to be in here. And it looks like this, but I'm forever and always. And I have everything separated. So I thought this is what happens when you make 2 or 3 albums. You try to keep it separated, and it is in your frames and tags because I marked everything off and it says I had it. And I'm not seeing it because I really like that black forever and always. Maybe this is it. Yes, it is. So this one is in the frames and tags. Hi, Gretchen. You know what? Amazon. I do have a link on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. They're the flour sack towels. They're just flour sacks. You can get them in all colors. They're huge. So when I get them, I do cut them into. I've been cutting them into. I cut it in half and then half. I think I get 6 of them out of there, and then I just wash them. So I have a little laundry bin down here and just pop them in the washing machine. No lint, but do use your pinking shears, or if you have a serger. If you sew, make sure you get those. You will want to get these ends either serged, sewed, or whatever is easiest. Okay, guys, this is my favorite. Here we are driving off in that fabulous car. So 5 inches by 5 7/8, and we're going to use the back side. We have another glitter strip, and then we want happily ever after in the car. And it is in your frames and tags, and it was the inside of this frame. You still will have so many cute things left over for cards. So that will go down after we put down our gold strip. I love that car. And our 2-inch by 5 7/8. I know this is the boring part. But we're almost there. Okay, happily ever after. Once again, you just have to add your adhesive to the bottom because you do want to get a photo in there. Okay, on the back side. What happened to my back side piece? Well, I should have a 2-inch piece to put there. And I don't, because it's going to look like this. Okay, well, we'll cut it because I'm sure it's floating around here somewhere. Now I need, again, I'm going to need something for this spot. So we've already got green and the blues. There's really no blue in there. So let's go with, I'm just looking for that piece because we want, there it is. Oh, no, we're going to have to go green. Wait, no, we're not. We're going to go with this one. Yeah, that's the one we're going to go with. So this is the back side of the 3x4s. Oh, well, thank you, Jenny. That's really sweet. Since I don't watch TV, I mean, our TV very seldom comes on because this is all I watch. No, actually, this is all I do. I don't watch TV. So this is going to go down here at the bottom. And our car at the top. And, I'll be honest, I've never made a wedding album with white that I can remember. I usually use a background that is more of, if I can, the color of the wedding or the black. And um, it's different. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, I do like it. It's just lighter than it really does look. It does look different than with the black. But this is, even though the reception 7 to 9 considered evening, well, they're having to because it's out back and it's so hot. But usually those are more formal hours. So I would definitely do black and then see everything just lines up nicely with your strips, and the same when you flip it over. They might be a little off. And what we want now is from the frames and tags, we want the I love you, and that's the beginning and the end. Should be, no, not that one. Oh, that's cute too, Mr. and Mrs. I didn't use that before, but we'll sneak it in there somewhere. So this does have a hole in it, so you can also tie a ribbon. But what I did is I took one of the, oh, remember, you only want the top half with glue. Then I took the little flower from the sticker sheet and I just put it over that hole, kind of like the little floral button. That is on your sticker sheet. Okay, that is our album, but let me show you the inserts. And I will just go through and give you the measurements. So what I did, let me pull them all out. I do have them cut. And then I did use my, hi Sherry, I did use this to cut my tags, just to cut those corners off. So I have 4 of these, and they are 5 1/4 by 7, yeah, 7 1/4. Okay, so I went through and I cut the coordinating colors here. And you'll need 8 of them, 2 for each. They're 1.5 inches by 5, 1.5 by, That's wrong. They need to be 1.5 by 5 1/8. So I don't know what I cut those for. Yeah, that one's correct. These are not. So I'd have to cut them. Oh, there they are on the back. I just cut them down. So you want 2 for each. Let me show you. 1.5. And then I just measured the white. Again, I'm not sure if I'll just leave them plain, but I like the weight that the white gives it. So I did cut 5 1/8, and then you just want to measure down, and it should be about, these ones are a little bit shorter. So I want you to cut 5 5/8 and see how it fits your matting for both sides. 1.5 by 5 1/8, and do 5.5 by 5 1/8. Then you can trim the length. But I did the black one. I might just use these ones in this album. No, I won't because the cardstock's black. But let's see. Okay, I know we left an opening. There we go. So what I did is I matched. Oh, that don't look bad though. I matched this color on the bottom. So the next one will be the green. These two will match. Same, 1.5. And then the blue, front and back, and the green, front and back. But now I'll probably just redo them since I already cut them. And that's how you're going to do your inserts. You can round the corners, or if you have that angle punch, that's an angle corner, that's what I did. Okay, and that's that. So because we're not going to have time. Let's do the cover. So I'm going to have to do this part with you Saturday evening where we do the inserts for the big part and for the front. So yeah, I was hoping we'd get it all done tonight. That's okay. Saturday night, I don't mind doing that because we still need to do the inside here. But for right now, we're going to do the cover, and that's where I'm going to leave you till Saturday. So we do have to sneak one more on. So what I did first, we'll be cutting this. I have a piece. Oh, I hope I didn't. No, I didn't. I hope I didn't cut it. No, I did not. Good. Okay. So the first thing, we need to double mat these guys. This dog's being crazy. So I'm going to use, it's the darker green, has the white on the back that comes with the paper collection, and it's going to measure 4 3/4 by 9 7/8. And I'm going to use the wedding rings, and it measures 4.5 by 9.5 or 9 5/8. So we're going to do our double matting. They're both for the left and right. They're both the same size. Woohoo, I got it on straight. Always do those edges so I can make sure my corners are down. Same size. Ooh. Well, that's going to go down in the book. Apparently, I squished the corner on something. So we'll put that down in the pocket. Now these are going to go down into our pocket. So just lift that up right over those hinge, where we scored our pocket, and it should go on really easy because we don't have the side closed. Now, when we do our tags, we shouldn't have the problems that I was having getting them down in there. Let's see. Nope, they're going to go so nice and easy. I'll show you. See, that's what I ended up doing, was putting her. I put their invitation down, but we're going to cover this. So I did only score it at 3/8 of an inch, so that it'll be. Isn't that cute? Super cute. And let's put this one down. Now, the walkthrough I did on the one on Scrapbookers, I actually I did it in black, didn't I? I think I did. I used the black and white kind of square dotted one. So again, it just depends on the look you're going through. I just really like the rings and the pocket. So I've cut one, and I'll cut another one with you. So I want you to cut your matting at 5 inches by 5.5. It is going to be a little bit big, but that's okay. I wanted it big. Now we're going to slide it down in, and it is going to stick out at the top a little bit. And if it does, we're just going to go ahead and trim it, but trim it on this long edge that's 5.5. So we're going to go ahead and take that down to 5 3/8. But I always like to check the fit first because of those gussets. We're going to just slide her back in. Now we should have that. It should go down a little bit. That means we have our 5 1/8 inch, our 1/8 inch matting. So I'm just going to put it in the pocket and draw or trace where the cut's going to be. And I just wrote on my book. There we go. Cut to the inside of the lines. Let me go ahead and do this one first. Just barely to the inside. To get rid of that pencil line, I may have to do it again. Let me see. I don't think I cut enough, but I want to double check. Nope, I did not cut enough. Because it looks like if I cut my width at 4 3/8, oh no, that's too much. No, it's 4 5/8. That's what I thought. Yeah, just a little bit more needs to come off. And then you're going to cut the angle. If you're positive, so after you cut one, we're going to check the fit. And no, it doesn't fit how I want it to fit. I need to take another 1/8 of an inch from that left-hand side. Now, if you're positive that your pockets are the same by turning this over and you like this fit, then you can go ahead and use it as a pattern, but already I can see mine aren't going to be the same. So you need to do, I would suggest you do them each individual, because see, I did this one earlier and I know this one's fitting. It looks close enough, but they are a little bit different. So I need just to match these up, because they're not going to be absolutely perfect, unfortunately, because we're human. And if you're happy with your matting, we'll just go ahead and put those down. And also, if you're newer to my channel, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss future tutorials. Or if you're in Scrapbookers, excuse me, of Country Craft Creations on Facebook, be sure to join, because then you'll get all the notifications when the designers post new tutorials, when we post new paper collections, and you won't miss a thing that way, especially if you have FOMO. Who has fear of missing out? I do. But make sure you do hit subscribe, and then you won't miss out on a thing. Okay, so let's go ahead. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to mat this. This will be that one big tag that goes inside. So we will mat this. We're going to go tomorrow night. And you know what, Nikki? I think I'll try and go earlier so that it won't be so late for you. I have the unboxing for our summer virtual retreat tomorrow. So I will, I'll do it earlier. So let's go ahead and finish this one up. Okay, at the top, I want to do a 4 1/8, or excuse me, yeah, it's 4 1/8 by 2.5. So I need to cut 2 of these, because we have 2 tags. 2 1/2 by 4 1/8. So I'll do these 2 tags with you. And I have, oh, I say I had 2 of these. There we go. Now, again, on the bottom, I did white in the original, so grab that white matting. I have a stack of it, and do you think I know where I put it? Oh, here we go. So it's the 65 pound, and if you did a kit, it's in there. So 4 1/8, and let's see, we need to cut our length at 5. I'm going to do mine 5 5/8. I may have to trim that, but let's see. Oh, nope, that's perfect. So I now know I can cut 2 of those at 5 5/8. We'll decorate this too tomorrow. I put Mr. and Mrs. will use the chipboards. And we'll do that tomorrow. But see, I mean, you can tell the white, but where it's white on white, and it does give some weight to it. So I may stick some glitter up there, just a little strip. We'll see tomorrow after we get done decorating. Now for the backs, oh, both of them? Oh, hallelujah. I am so happy. Oh, Nikki, I have been watching that one from the Postal Service, but yeah, it shouldn't take that long. I can't believe UPS, what? I just mailed it. Oh my gosh, thank you, thank you. That makes me so happy knowing it's there. Okay, let's take this one for the back. Oh, yeah, then you get to do a lot of crafting. So this one, I'll have the backs 2 different colors. One will be green, and we're going to cut this at 4 1/8 by 8 1/8. Turn it that way. Now I think this, you'll cut 2 of these, and you can choose any of the colors. So this is going to go, let me see. I was thinking that green behind their wedding invite. Yeah, because there's green right there. And, you know, there's one thing I've learned. So when you're making this as a gift, and I knew I made a little boo-boo there. But you know what? The person receiving it is not going to know this stuff. So I have learned you just take it, you put it in pretty packaging, and you give them their gift, and trust me, they love it, even if there's little boo-boos. I know that's the hardest thing with being a crafter is we worry about, oh my gosh, they're going to see my mistakes. Like this is a little crooked, but it gave me trouble earlier today. So you know what? It's going to be a little bit crooked, and they're going to just love it, I hope. So in the back then will be their wedding invite, and we'll put just married. We'll do that tomorrow, and we'll do these decorations. So this will slide right down inside of there. There we go. And so will our second one, but let's do the back. And let's go ahead and go with blue for this one. Four 1/8 by 8 1/8. For the back. Nope, that's not right. There we go. It's always better if you keep both fingers back there, even with glue, and that way you have freedom to move it around. And it still got off a little bit. And this is going to not look so blah when we get our decorations on, trust me, because we're going to use our chipboards, which I put in my other bag. Here we go. Because we're going to pop up this car. Oh my gosh, this car is just, this is what I like about this collection. Well, here, let's go ahead. Let's do this. It's only $7.19. So let's take Mr. and Mrs. And that's kind of what I like about these, is there's no sticky on the back anymore. And that is how Echo Park is able to make these here in the US, because there's no sticky back there. So I have the Mr. and Mrs. across the top here. And I'll be honest with you, you know what? I don't know what I put on the top of the other one. Let me take a quick look. I have to run back to Scrapbookers on Facebook. I can't remember what I put over here. But let me just pull up the photo. Oh, I put on there. Thank goodness I have that video. I put our wedding day. Oh, no, I put our story. No, I did not. What on earth did I put there? Oh, yes, I did. And then we're going to use bride and groom on this. Maybe. You know how it comes off though with those little tabs? So just grab a emery board. Mr. and Mrs. and our story. Okay. Because we still need to work on these inside flaps, I won't put this down yet because I do want to pop up the car on foam tape, and then I will put our wedding day across the balloons. Oh, sometimes it doesn't like to come out. I don't want to tear it. Oh, he's in there tight. That's a first. Okay. So I can go ahead and glue this across my balloons. It says wedding day. No, we want just married. Wrong one. And I fought for that one. There we go. There we go. So just married is going to go over the top because it was just too white to go on this white background. But we're going to pop that up tomorrow. And that will be on the front. And today is our happily ever after. And then we're going to I'll be making the flowers for this one. So I want to punch them out of the cardstock, kind of that matches the color. And then this will have flowers that go around it. Okay, and that is where I'm going to leave you guys because it's been 2 hours and we need to get up and walk around. We're going to pop these up though on foam so they're dimensional. Then this will have more color to it. And I am going to probably mat this with, I don't know, we'll see tomorrow with black, but I'll have everything cut and ready to go. And I'll announce the time. It'll be, I'm thinking 3 or 4 in the afternoon. But that for sure tomorrow will get us finished. And we will have our wedding album complete. And we'll do all the matting and we'll be done. So thanks for joining me this Friday night. And we almost got done, but just not quite. We're going to do these too. And I decided to leave a single pocket here and that lay flat pocket. I'm not going to do a corner, just to let you guys know. And I'll have these guys ready. And I'll give you the measurements on this great big one. So thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.